What's up, guys? I am here to explain LeetCode question number 2225. Find players with 0 or 1 losses. So in this question, we are given a list of matches which have ID of both winners and the losers, and we need to return two vectors. One which has all the winners and the other which has exactly one loser, right? This is basically a question of degree, right? Where we will calculate the degree of each and every player, and then after this we'll check and after this we will accumulate all the players which have 0 in degree and the players which have exactly one in degree, right? So this is how we are going to do this, right? So be, before this, let's talk about what is in degree, right? So basically in degree means that for a player, how many matches he lost will be considered as in degree here, right? So how to calculate that? What we will do is we will go through all the matches, and then we will increment the value of for the loser by 1. We can do this, right? So but before that, we also need to know how many players are there which have played matches or not, right? So for this, we will be needing to get the value which is the maximum out of the vector matches, right? So let's do that. um, mm, what I am doing here is I am iterating through all the matches and then just getting the maximum value out of them, right? So n is equal to maximum of n. Okay, also we need to initialize it this with -1. Okay, maximum n, mm, and 1. Okay, that's good, right? So in this way we will be able to find the maximum. We'll be able to find how many players were there in this game, right? Okay, so we are done with this. Now what we'll do is we will declare a vector mm, in in degrees, which will have the size n plus 1. Why n plus 1? Because in a vector, indexing starts from 0, and in our case the id for the players are starting from 1, right? So that's why we are doing this. um, let's initialize all the degrees with 0, right? Also, one more thing we need to note here, which is that you should only consider the players that have played at least one match. So for this, what we will do is we will check how many players have actually played the match for them to be considered for the in degree check, right? So for that, we will again make another vector, uh, has played, right? It also has n size as n plus 1, and initially none of the players have played the game, but as we iterate through the vector matches, we will check whether the winner or loser has played or not, right? And we will mark them as true. Okay, good. Now let's start with calculating the in degrees for all the players, all the winners and losers, right? Mm. Okay, so here winner is the first player, and the loser is the second player, the player which is at the first index of matches of I. Okay, now for the loser we need to increment the in degree, right? uh, okay, also we need to mark both the players by true in the vector has played. So true, and also for the loser. Okay, okay, so this is done. Okay, now the only thing which remains is we need to accumulate all the winners which have 0 in degree into a vector, and all the players which have exactly 1 in degree. So now exactly 1 in degree means that the player has lost only once. That's why it has in degree as well, right? So we need to accumulate them also in other vector. Let's name both of these vectors as wins and losses. Um, Initially they are empty. Okay, nice. So now we need to go through all the values. Now we need to iterate through in degrees. Okay, also we also I'm gonna start from 1 because the indexing is 1 based indexing. So we shall start from 1. Also there is some spelling error here, right? So let's start. First we will check whether the player is an absolute winner, right? If in degree of I is equal to 0, if the in degree is 0, and if the player has played, so the value has played of I should be 1, should be true. Okay, what we will do is we will append this value I to wins. I. Okay, okay, very nice, very well. Now next, if the player has lost only once and he has played, right, and he has played in the matches which is has played of I equals to true, what we need to do is we need to add it to the vector losses. Okay, we are done with this. Also we need to sort both of these because that's what they want, that's what the question wants. The tool list should be returned in increasing order. Okay, same for losses. That's good. Now we need to return the vector which contains both of these vectors. So it's basically this, right? So let's try to compile this. Mm. Oh, I think there is some typo here. Oh, okay, so yeah, I think it's good now. Let's see. Oh, why is there an error here? Okay, okay, I think we are doing correctly here. Hmm. there there is some smaller. I'm very sure. Okay, so n is good, in degrees it's good, winner equals to that's good. Line number 13, loser plus, okay, that's correct. mm, let's try for this. Let's try for a smaller test case. Just let me get the. Oh, I think I have messed up the order. No, no, no. That's not the issue. Okay. Mm, losses. So, oh, yes. So, winner is the first element of an element in that vector. Okay. So, it should be correct now. There was this small error. No worries, errors happen, but they shouldn't happen very frequently. I think I am signed in, right? Let's copy the code and reload this page. This must be some glitch here, right? LeetCode is glitching, guys. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. I think it's good now. Let's submit this code and hope for the best. Yep. So our code has done. So now, in this code, the time complexity is going to be linear, big O of n, and the space complexity also is linear. No, I am sorry, my bad. The time complexity is n log n. Why? Because we are sorting in the end. So that the time complexity is n log n and the space complexity is linear. So these are the space and time com complexities. So I hope you like this approach and this solution. Thanks. I'll see you around with another solution.